Five, four, three, two, one. Action. What is going on YouTube? How's everyone doing on this lovely Monday night? Monday after Wrestlemania. This is Mike in the house. And today, um, I you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. If Cody Rhodes did not win against Roman, I would have had to boycott that whole WWE because now it's like if Roman wins, it doesn't make any sense. It wouldn't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? So it's you know what? I watched I watched most of night one's WrestleMania, but I'm gonna give my thoughts and feelings about it shortly. But I just want to say, oh my God, like what a night two. I mean, night two, I think it delivered. Night one was meh. It was kind of like slow burn and stuff like that. Um, so I just want to get straight to it because I got a lot of things to say. All right, so before I'm gonna go into this whole Cody thing, but before I even go into it, first off, click the like button, comment, subscribe. Subscribe to my channel and stuff like that. We got Cruz in the building. What's good? What's good, man? He says the best WrestleMania I ever watched. Can't get mad about that. You know what? A lot of people are saying that this is like the best WrestleMania of all time, and then there's people are saying that it's basically I've been hearing like positive things, but then I've been hearing some negative things. So, all right, so we're gonna start with night one, okay? And night one, this is where it gets tricky, okay? Because WrestleMania is 2 nights. Me personally, I think they should go back to doing one night. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, come on, who wants to devote their Saturdays, watch wrestling? Because it's like, it's like WrestleMania is like the Super Bowl of wrestling. You know what I'm saying? So, and usually Super Bowl falls on a Sunday. So it's like, well, why have it 2 nights? And I feel like a couple of the matches were like fillers, you know what I'm saying, just to get to the main event. So it's like a slow burn, just to get to the main event. So let's start with night one. Now I don't know exactly all the matches on the top of my head from night one. All right, so we're gonna go to Sami Zayn versus Gunther. That's one I watched. That you know what originally I think that was for Brock versus Gunther, but because of the situation with Brock Lesnar, they had to find somebody at the last minute. So why not Sami Zayn? You know what I'm saying? And Sami Zayn, he did one hell of a job. His wife and family were there, cheering him on and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, he did such a good job. There was a couple areas that it was one in particular when he was on the top rope. He kind of like botched a move, and I noticed that. But it was a pretty good bout. And Gunther, I just don't see him keeping the title. So I wanted Sami Zayn to win, and I'm glad that Sami Zayn won. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, was it a 5-star match? To me, it wasn't a 5-star match, honestly, in my honest opinion. But it was very entertaining. It was good to see Sammy, getting the belt and throwing Gunther and stuff like that. And don't get me wrong, Gunther, he was a good champ. He was a good champion. You know what I'm saying? Title and stuff like that. But it just to me, it was like it was just a couple areas that's like, this could have been a little bit better. This could have went on for a little bit longer. You know what I'm saying? But it was pretty much entertaining. It was entertaining. So that was a pretty good match right there. The Rey Mysterio tag team versus Dominic, and that was more of a bathroom break. And to be honest with you, I didn't really care for that match at all. You know what I'm saying? Um, it was man, it was just man. You know what I mean? And it was just one of those things where it's like, I mean, Rey Mysterio, he is getting up there. I mean, he still got it. You know what I'm saying? And then Dominic, I'm gonna be honest with you. As a wrestler, I mean, he's not the very best as a wrestler. You know what I'm saying? He's not really that great on the mic at all. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I kind of like I kind of like the gimmick where every time he tries to talk, the audience boos him and stuff. So I mean, that match was, man, it was alright. It was alright. Um, Now you have AJ Styles versus um, LA Knight. Um, that one. No, wait. Was that the set? I think that was night two. I think it was night two. Anyway, I'm gonna come back to that. So we got the ladder match with you got R-Truth, you got the Miz, you got, I believe it was the New Day. Um, you have, that going on. Of course, Austin Theory was gonna win the SmackDown. Of course, of course. I mean, Austin Theory, to me, he's not that interesting. He was interested in TNA. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, he was just, to me, he just wasn't, that interesting really to begin with. So, it's kind of like, well, it is what it is. And then you have Tommaso Ciampa versus Giant Gargano, which I'm gonna be honest with you, before they came to the WWE, their matches, oh my god, was some of the best. I think they delivered 5-star matches in the past. When they were facing each other. Um, Now they're like tag team in the WWE, which I feel like, in my honest opinion, they underused, because I feel like they could be possible in the future, like main eventers. You know what I'm saying? And um, I would have loved to see them win. I would have loved to see the because I felt like they deserved it more than Austin Theory. And to be honest with you, Austin Theory, he didn't really deserve it at all. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it is what it is. But I was glad to see that R Truth and the Miz, they won the belts. Which R Truth, he needed a title of some sort, and I think this was his first tag team title in history of WWE, first ever. So congratulations to both Miz and R Truth. Now you have the women's. Um, it was Bianca Belair and God, I forgot those. I forgot the other two. I'm drawing a blank right now. That one was pretty good. It wasn't, you know, it was pretty good. It wasn't all that. it could have been a little better. You know what I'm saying? But I was glad that I knew Bianca Belair, they were gonna win. So I was happy for that. I was happy for that. And if I missed any other matches, that's because, to be honest with you, they wouldn't be even worth mentioning. So forgive me. Now we go to the main event, which was, you had The Rock and Roman Reigns versus Cody and Seth. Now, this would have went so many ways. It's not even funny. When the match started, I felt like as if it was a slow burn. I felt like it was almost like they forgot they were wrestling each other. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, all right, where are we? They were looking around. They were looking around the audience and stuff. And I want to get to the audience. I want to get to the fan base in a minute. But it started off slow. You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing. You built all this hype up. You know what I'm saying? You hyped this up this much. You hyped The Rock up. And The Rock, he still got it. But at the same time, at 50-some years old, I can tell he was kind of restraining himself a little bit. And you also got to remember, too, he has to go shoot a movie, after WrestleMania. It's actually an A24 film. It's directed by one of the Safdie brothers who did Good Time and Uncut Gems with Adam Sandler. And this was based on a true story, and this is like a biography drama sport. So usually when anybody works with the Safdie brothers, you get up, you're Oscar, you get a lot of Oscar buzz. Now, I don't know if Dwayne Johnson, if he's working with them. I mean, just because he's working with them doesn't mean it's going to happen to him. But I'm hoping that if the movie does well, and mind you, it's an A24 film, so the Oscars do favor A24 films. They do favor those. And sometimes they get lost in the shuffle too. But if it does good enough, I don't know when it's coming out, but if it does good enough and it gets good ratings, great ratings, and to the point where, oh, this is Rock's best performance, who knows? You may see him at the Oscars. Who knows? He may get his first Oscar nomination, and he'll be the first wrestler in history to get an Oscar nomination. So we'll see how that goes. But back to the tag team match. To be honest with you, it was slow burn. You know what I mean? It was slow. It started off real slow. And then once it picked up, then it picked up. You know what I mean? And you saw, once it picked up, it just pretty much skyrocketed, pretty much. Now, can I say that was the match of the night? Yeah, I felt like that was the only thing that saved night one, was that. It was still not match of the night, nevertheless. But is it the match of all time? No, I don't think so. And to me, it was still Bloodline rules. You know what I'm saying? And it was kind of funny when The Rock was like, "If you count, I'm gonna fire you." And I'm like, "Yeah, this is pretty much Bloodline rules." So, yeah, the match was good. I liked it. You know what I'm saying? It was a good match. It was a good bout. I thought for sure that Cody and um blah, 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 Cody and Rollins was gonna win. I thought for sure, but yeah, it just, and then the ending where The Rock, he was hitting the belt. He hit Cody Rhodes with the belt. And the way they ended it, I didn't like that because Okay, you hyped this up. You had during that match, you had Cody versus Roman, and then you had Rock versus Seth, and Seth held his own with the Rock. You know what I'm saying? He definitely held his own, which was good. But at the same time, it was just kind of slow man. And then at the end of it, you had Roman Reigns does his spear, tags in the Rock. Rock does his, people's elbow, rock bottom, whatever you want to call it. It was just so slow, but it wasn't anticlimactic. Like, it was, no, I take this back. It was anticlimactic. I didn't feel it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just didn't feel it. I didn't feel the rush. You know what I mean? It was just so slow. They just made it was just slow. They was like, at this point, we gotta just it just ended it a little bit too fast. So that one was 45 minutes long, and it was good. Like it was still good nevertheless. Now night two, oh, night two gets interesting. Now you have the first match. It's Seth versus Drew McIntyre. Now I saw where it was gonna be. I knew that Seth was going to lose because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Seth was taking some time off and he's still injured. He's still injured at this point. You know what I'm saying? So with Seth being injured, what more can he do? And the reason why he's still out there, because he's a fighting champion. He's still competing. So Seth, he's still injured, even though in WWE he was cleared to wrestle. But in reality, in real life, outside of the ring, he is injured. So that's why they had to. Um, Drew McIntyre, he won. He dethroned Rollins, and then he was talking all that shit to CM Punk. Next thing you know, CM Punk, just he just trips him, and then starts kind of beating him with the brace, with the arm brace, and then I'm like, all right, come on, Damian Priest, come on out, and then blow in the hole. Damian Priest comes out and cashes it in just like I predicted. Now, here's the thing, though, and it was funny too because I predicted this, but I also kind of predicted that he would cash in on Cody. If he was to done that, then that would have been like, oh my god, what the hell just happened? What the hell just happened? But I'm glad he cashed in. I thought Rollins was going to retain it, but instead, he cashed it in on Drew McIntyre. And Drew McIntyre, that's what you get for talking all that shit. So now you lost, you were champion, but you only champion for like 5-10 minutes. But you had to run your mouth to CM Punk. And mind you, CM Punk, he didn't do nothing wrong. I mean, CM Punk took some jabs, but I mean, it's CM Punk. What do you expect? And he was a commentary. So I think I read somewhere with Damian Priest, he didn't want to cash in on Rollins because he was injured. Which that was nice of Damian Priest. He didn't want to cash in. He didn't want to do anything to Rollins because he was still injured. I read it in an article somewhere. So I'm like, well, who was he gonna cash it in on? Well, I'm trying to wonder. But then I'm like, well, he's gonna cash it in. If Drew McIntyre wins, he's gonna cash it in on Drew McIntyre because he's healthy, right? Makes better sense. But all in all, that match was pretty good. Seth, he gave it his all. He gave his for an injured man. He gave it his all. He definitely did. Now let's go to LA Knight and AJ Styles. that one, that one was okay. It was okay. The LA Knight, I was glad he won. You know what I'm saying? AJ Styles, I mean, I think he has a couple years left in him. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, what more can AJ do? But that was okay. That one could have been a little bit better. So, um, now you have Bailey versus Io Sky. And I'm not gonna lie, Bailey. Oh my God, she was hot as fuck. That last night, I'm not gonna hold you. That's my wife. That's my future wife, ladies and gentlemen. Bailey's my future wife. But yeah, Bailey put on one hell of a match. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that she won. I think she deserved it. Um, she definitely put her heart out, you know, her heart and soul into that match. You know what I'm saying? So I loved it. I loved it for what it was. I loved it for what it was. So that was a good women's match. So oh, and there's a match that I forgot all about. You had Becky Lynch versus Mommy. I knew Mommy was gonna retain it. Um, I already knew it was no brainer. But I'm not gonna lie, like she did come out like usually she comes out with straight hair, but at this point they did something to her hair because I'm looking at Mommy. I'm like, she is looking. I'm like, whoa, gothic. I love gothic women. Don't get me wrong, but she was looking great. I'm like, she was looking outstanding that night. And this was night one, by the way. And that match was pretty good. It was pretty good. I liked it. So yeah, it was it was just crazy. You know what I mean? Like it was just crazy how like people like these wrestlers, you know, they just went all out. You know what I mean? So Seth Rollins, his choice of outfits. Okay, night one. Okay, let's talk about night one for a second. And the way that Seth Rollins came out. Seth Rollins came out as if he got out of church. And he was dressed like a church lady. Praise God, hallelujah. Like, are you kidding me right now? Like, Seth, really? With the church lady hat on the side of him. And I'm looking, I'm like, is that what? Are you kidding me? It just looks glued or stapled on together. And to be honest with you, like it was like it was not the best statement. You know what I'm saying? It was not the best dress statement. And then when he came out night two, I'm like, and then like I felt like, and then the band, like I felt like the band was, I think it was like the Mama's something. I don't know, Mama's group or whatever. It felt like as if I was watching a St. Patty's Day parade in Detroit. Like literally, you know how like for all my Detroit fans, you know how they do a St. Patty's Day. They do a St. Patty's Day parade. It looks like it's if I'm watching this late St. Patty's parade in Detroit. I'm like Jesus Christ, like that is crazy. So, all right. So, okay, we talked about LA Knight, talked about Rollins and Drew McIntyre. Um, who else? Who was there? Who else is there? Um, who's left? Because I remember a couple matches. A couple matches was I'm like, all right, yay, like what the hell? It was kind of dull. You know what I'm saying? So, I know I'm forgetting a cut one or two matches, but I'm just gonna go straight to the. I'm just gonna go to the main event. The main event. Cody versus Roman, the one we've been waiting for. Cody Rhodes, to be honest with you, he put up one hell of a fight. Roman Reigns put up one hell of a fight. The suspense was there. Who's coming out? Who's going to come out first? Because Bloodline rules, I thought that all the Bloodline was going to come out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought all the Bloodline was going to come out. But it didn't happen that way. Instead, why didn't they just call it a no disqualification? Why say Bloodline rules and it's a no disqualification anyway? And then it was, weapons used of some sort, kendo stick. You know what I mean? And I was hoping that Cody would use the belt on The Rock. That's what I was hoping for. I was really hoping for that. But it did not happen. It didn't happen for really neither matches at all, which we kind of got robbed on that. It's like, so this big hype was, you kind of downplayed it a little bit. Now, the match started getting interesting. I liked it when Solo Sikoa comes out. You know what I'm saying? And then you had, what else? Jimmy Uso came out, of course. And then you had, Jay Uso come out and stuff like that. And then you had Solo Sikoa come out. And then the biggest surprise was John Cena. That was a big surprise right there. That was surprise number one. Like, the fact that John Cena came out, that was crazy. And then the final boss came out, and then you had at the time, Seth Rollins came out, and he came out with Shield music. Now, everybody thought it was Dean Ambrose. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, no, it's not going to be Dean. It's not going to be Dean Ambrose. You know what I mean? Dean Ambrose is at AEW as far as I'm concerned. I don't know if he's still with the company. I don't know if he's injured. I don't know. But you had Shield music, and then you had Seth Rollins dressed up as a Shield, which that was the best. That was his best dressed ever. That was his best dress in a long time. Yes, please come out as a Shield. He sacrificed himself. Roman Reigns hit him with the chair, and then the biggest surprise was none other than the Undertaker. Mark Calloway, ladies and gentlemen, came out, and I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? I'm like, I thought he was done. And the fact that he came out, I'm like, what? I'm like, this is not real right now. And then everybody disappeared. And then Cody Rhodes finally finished his story. 1, 2, 3. Roman Reigns is officially dethroned. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, night 2 of WrestleMania to me was much better than night 1. Is it the best WrestleMania of all time? No, it's not. And I'm going to tell you why. 1, here's is my pet peeve. If you're going to go to an event, do not be on your phones, okay? What is the whole point of going to an event? You're going to be on your phone the whole time. Now, the fans, Philadelphia fans, they were the weakest. They were the weakest link. The fans wasn't going until Cody and Roman, but at the same time, they should have been a little louder than that. And it's just, I'm like, yeah, no, this is like new wave of fans who don't know how to be loud. They're just on their phones or they're playing drinking games or whatever the case may be. But the fans were horrible. I didn't like the fans at all. You know what I'm saying? I hated the Philly fans. I did not like whatsoever. Or maybe they just salty because Philadelphia Eagles did not go to the Super Bowl. Yes, I went there, and I don't care what. I don't care. I have no filter. I'm sorry. And to be honest with you, you know what? Frankly, you would think WrestleMania 40, the biggest WrestleMania, okay, 40 fucking WrestleManias. You would think this would be big. You would think people would be cheering. They should have had this in Detroit. And they made it a big deal that it's 72,000. Bull fucking shit. Because first off, no, that's not the biggest WrestleMania in the history. No, it is not. It is really 101,000, and that was WrestleMania 31 in Texas, in Dallas, Texas. But we not gonna forget that because you know why? But we gotta forget that because you know why? Because that was one of the worst WrestleManias. Now, arguably, people would say that this is the best WrestleMania of all time. In my opinion, no, it is not. I think WrestleMania 30, I thought it's up there. Do I put this up there? Is it better than WrestleMania 30? To me, no, it's not. Is it better than the ones from the Attitude? No. Uh-uh. I'll put this. This is more of a redemption story. This is something that we should have gotten last year. Now, last year was better. Now, if Cody won last year, it would have been great. It would have been a 10-star WrestleMania last year. But it went from 10 to me, it went 9, 8.5 because Cody didn't win last year. Now, where do I rank this WrestleMania? I rank night 2 9.4 out of 10 stars because it was the better night. WrestleMania night 1, I gave it a 6.5 because it was some things were botched. The fans were not into it. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like fans wasn't in it throughout the whole pay per view, with the exception of Cody and Roman. And maybe they were trying to save their energy. I'm not sure. But here's my thing: if you're not gonna be cheering, if you're not gonna be excited, don't waste your money to go to WrestleMania. In fact, don't even spend your money on the plane ticket. Just stay at home, watch it on Peacock. Because at this point, it's just now you waste not only you wasted your time, but we want us fans who are watching it at home. We want to actually see and hear the audience's response. So to the audience, it's up to y'all, okay, to give us that spark. Otherwise, y'all, it's just so dull. It was just so dull. I'm not gonna lie. I ended up a couple matches. I ended up dozing off a little bit because it was just it was just nothing there. The chemistry, no. Mm-mm. And even some of the wrestlers, they're probably wondering, well, why is it so quiet? You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all hyped this up. Y'all talked all that shit on Monday Night Raw and SmackDown for the past few weeks. And then y'all, see, I wouldn't even pick Philadelphia for WrestleMania 40. It has to be somewhere. It has to be a bigger stadium. You, and to me, I felt like as far as the design, it was just too lazy. It felt like if I was watching WrestleMania 2 with the design, no, WrestleMania 31 or 32 with the design. You know what I'm saying? As I'm drinking a ginger beer, sponsored in part by Reed's Craft Ginger Beer. And no, it does not have any alcohol in it. This is ginger ale, not beer. So, what do I give this whole WrestleMania? Out of 10, I give it an 8.5. I give it an 8.5. If the audience was louder, and if we didn't get a couple botched moves during matches, and if we didn't get any dull moments, I would have said this is the best WrestleMania I've seen in a long time. You know what I'm saying? But we got a few botched moves in certain matches. I mean, we didn't get enough audience pop when it came to certain wrestlers, and it was just. I mean, even I paid attention to the audience too. Even I saw people in the audience, they just wasn't really that invested. So and again, what's what, what's the whole point of you being there? Because at this point now you're just wasting your money. It's almost like as if you were forced to go. It's like I don't want to be here. Why do I have to be here? Wrestling's fake. Well, then why the fuck are you there? I'm just being honest right now. I'm being blunt. You know what I'm saying? Like I would love to go, but at the same time, it's kind of a good thing I didn't go. And don't get me wrong. I mean, I've been to um, basically two WrestleManias. You know what I mean. I've been to a couple, WWE shows and been to like two WrestleManias. WrestleMania 30 was beautiful. It was beautiful because not only was in New Orleans, two, this is where you get to see. This is where I saw Brock Lesnar beat the Undertaker streak. And now this leads to my next question. My question is, if they don't want Brock Lesnar's name on any WWE, if they don't want to affiliate Brock Lesnar with the WWE, so does that mean that Undertaker only lost one time? Comment on the comment section below, and I want your opinion on that. I don't know. Like I don't know how do you do that. So I don't know. I don't know. So yeah, I just wanted to come on here, give my thoughts and feelings on WrestleMania and stuff like that. And to those who think WrestleMania, it's this is the best WrestleMania they've seen in a long time or they've seen ever, I can't get mad about that. You know what I'm saying? But to me personally, I've seen I've seen better and I've seen worse, but this was a good WrestleMania overall. This was pretty entertaining. You know what I'm saying? Would I watch it again? Yeah, I will give this WrestleMania. I will give it a second look. You know what I'm saying? Periodically, I would. I watch certain matches and stuff. Um, so yeah. But I'm just glad that Cody Rhodes he finally finished the story. He finally dethroned Roman Reigns. He was on the Today Show, as a matter of fact, too. So I got to look at that too. So with that being said, congratulations to Cody Rhodes. Um, Oh, and there's another match that's worth mentioning too. Randy Orton versus Jake Paul versus Kevin Owens. I kind of wanted Kevin Owens to win because Sami Zayn won. You know what I'm saying? But that one was pretty good. It was pretty entertaining. I like to see Randy Orton and Kevin Owens tag team. You know what I'm saying? I like the chemistry. The chemistry is really good, and Randy Orton. He's ever since he came back. He's been doing such a good job and stuff. And Kevin Owens, he's slimmed down too. So, didn't like the fact that Jake Paul retained. I think it was stupid. They should have gave it to at least Kevin or um Randy Orton. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how long Randy has left, you know what I'm saying, but um WWE, what's next for them? Now we need new blood, you know what I mean, to host WrestleMania, you know what I'm saying? What's next for Cody Rhodes? I'm glad that Cody finally did it. Finally he did it. Finally he's the champion. I love to see underdogs win, and Cody Rhodes is one of them. You know what I mean? And not only he did it for the fans, but he did it for our generation, where our fathers, who watched wrestling. You know what I'm saying? Um, he did it for the fathers. He did it for our fathers, our mothers. He did it for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And my father was he was a big wrestling fanatic. He used to watch Monday Night Raw. He passed away a couple of months ago. And then, I have a friend, his father passed away a couple years ago. So he did it for our fathers, you know what I mean? He did it for to your parents who used to watch wrestling who passed away. It doesn't matter if it's your parents, your brother, your sister, whoever you're close with. That moment would be cherished forever. I think it's one of the greatest moments. I think, should I say, in wrestling history, it's up there with Daniel Bryan. It is up there, but it it to me it kind of ties with Daniel Bryan. You know what I'm saying? But I will say that Cody Rhodes finally finished his story. Hopefully, he keeps the belt on as long as he can. You know what I mean? Maybe he may or may not keep it on as long as Roman Reigns, but at least it's good to see it on somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So, congratulations to, everybody who, won the belt or retained the belt. Congratulations to Damian Priest who cashed in his money in the bank. Um, congratulations to Sami Zayn, who won the Intercontinental Champion. He'll be a great champion. Everybody be a great champion. Bailey, congratulations to her too as well. Winning the women's championship. So everybody did such a great job. So, also Bianca Belair, and her tag team partners. Congratulations to them as well too. What I'm saying. So, everybody did a pretty good job. You know what I'm saying. So, now, um, I'm gonna make my announcements before I get up out of here. One of my announcements is I'm gonna be showing off a I'm gonna show off my movie collection, and I'm probably gonna show off my vinyl collection as well too. I have a massive movie collection that I will be showing off. That's gonna be coming up sometime this week. I'm hoping. I'm hoping so. if my schedule is good enough. It might be this weekend. It might be on Friday. If I don't have anything to do on Friday, I may just show it on Friday. I got some movie pickups and vinyl pickups, and I have a couple of unboxing that I want to show off to you guys. It might be later on. If it's not later on tonight, it will definitely be this week. Um, let's see, we're in the month of April. I am gonna start doing some movie reviews again. Um, that's gonna be coming, and then I have probably gonna be doing some album reviews too as well too. So yeah, great things coming up on this channel. This channel, compared to my old channel, is definitely being rebranded right now. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but right now we are at 781 subscribers on this channel right now. I couldn't do it without you guys. For those who've been rocking with me since day one, I appreciate you. And those who's been, rocking with me on this new channel. I get new viewers and new subscribers and stuff like that. So, this channel, the goal is to get monetized. That's gonna be the goal, and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try to do it as much as possible. So, gonna post more stuff, and yeah, like I said, I'm definitely gonna we gonna get monetized. We doing this. You know what I'm saying? We're definitely doing it. So I don't want this to become, a permanent job because I do have a job myself. You know what I'm saying? So now, with that being said, we're gonna get out of here. But like, comment, subscribe. What did you think about WrestleMania? Did you think WrestleMania 40? Did you think it was good? Did you think it was bad? Like, comment, subscribe, and you guys take care. Have a good night. Oh, and by the way, um, if you haven't seen WrestleMania, this is a spoiler alert, but catch everything on Peacock. So, with that being said, you guys have a good night and have a pleasant tomorrow.